Hello, everyone. We have another stream for you. I'm going to remove my face so there's more space on the screen. Um, so basically, we have been working on new smart contracts for Wildcards for the last, I don't know, maybe even a month, quite a while. And we finally have them ready. But that's just the contracts. There's a lot of work that's required on the UI and that side of things. So let me very quickly show you the contracts. So yeah, this is version 3 of the contracts. Contrary to common belief, Ethereum contracts can be upgradable. There's many different ways to do it, but ours are upgradable via a proxy mechanism that's provided by Open Zeppelin. Zeppelin SDK. Yeah, I think this is the one. Yeah, really a great product. Basically, you have a proxy that never changes. I'm checking if they have a nice diagram for you guys. The proxy's address never changes, but the implementation, the logic does change. But obviously, when you upgrade, you want to keep the old data, right? You don't want to lose all of your history and all of your data. So the data stays in that proxy. So the logic can change, but the data stays the same. Nope, no nice diagrams. Sorry, guys. Anyway, what you'll notice at the top, I'm not going to spend a lot of time in the contracts. It's just for context. I've deprecated quite a few values, but you have to keep them here because the structure of the smart contracts data needs to stay the same after you upgrade. Like I said, the data persists. But yeah, so the sort of two main things we need to look at are auction. Okay, so yeah, these things. There's the our auctions are just linear auctions. So when we list a new token, Hey, Jonas, can you hear me? I think I've been talking to myself for the last few minutes. It seems like something went wrong with the stream. Can you hear me? I think
Yeah.
I've been talking to myself for the last few minutes. It seems like something went wrong with the stream. I think you've got.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
YouTube open, Jonas. I've been talking to myself for the last few minutes.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry. I'm on both sides.
Okay. Oh my word. Every
Yeah.
time there's a technical issue, I think maybe my internet just conked out. We're upgrading our internet at my house, but I have a big family and there's a tenant living here, and I don't know if it's the time when they
Mm.
watch
Yeah.
Netflix, you know. Anyway, it's awesome to have you here. Um,
Yeah,
how
it's
much
great. Great. Great.
how much did you hear from the beginning of
So,
the stream?
no, I just actually recently it just started. Like when you started talking and saying like, "Are you there?" and stuff. So when I joined.
Okay.
Mm. Yeah.
Um, okay. So anyway, uh, I I don't know if this is repeating things because I think
Mm.
the stream broke
Yeah.
at
Oh,
some point.
okay. Okay.
So what
Yeah.
I was saying is I need to change the. I'm basically changing the UI for
Mm.
Wildcards
Mm-hmm.
to be
Okay.
compatible with the newest version of our smart contracts.
Mm-hmm.
And these smart contracts are upgradable via a tool called Open Zeppelin.
Open. Yeah. Yeah. So
Yeah,
do
what's
you
it?
actually?
Zeppelin SDK, I think they call it.
Yeah. I did check it today actually. So
Oh, cool.
you're importing the contracts themselves or using a tool like for example type chain or something.
Um, no, I'm using Ethers JS.
Oh,
I'll show you that later. But
okay. Mm-hmm.
yeah, for now, I was just saying the old version of the contracts didn't have deposits. So yeah, let's do this.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I did the upgrade to the contracts on testnet. So this isn't mainnet. Quite recently,
Mm-hmm.
we need to be on Gurley. Yeah. Um, so if I connect, it'll show the Gurley testnet version. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Where the cards are substantially cheaper.
So are you
But what you'll
are,
notice is if I try and buy one of these cards, it will fail.
are you sharing your
Oh,
screen right now?
I'm not.
Okay.
This is why it's good to have people in my stream.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, I end up talking to myself. Okay, I'm going to move our faces out so we can see the whole thing.
Oh.
Um, so, like I was saying, the contracts are broken now. So if I click buy, failure,
Mm-hmm.
execution reverted, right? So
Mm-hmm.
maybe let's fix this immediately. I think this isn't so difficult to fix. I'd already done a fix similar to this before.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go to the contracts. Um, I'm using
So
Reason,
but
Jonas.
you're
I don't know
using
if you've
kind of
ever.
hook.
Sorry.
Uh, so it's resin and so it looks like hooks. Like you call that hooks. Is there any reason why you call it
Yeah,
hook?
yeah. I'm using Reason React. So
Mm-hmm.
Reason React is a binding, a zero cost binding for
Mm-hmm.
React with Reason.
Mm-hmm.
Zero cost meaning you don't lose efficiency by using it. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and hooks typically start with the word use. In fact, not even typically, they always start with the word use.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, this whole file is full of hooks. We're going to
All
build a
right.
hook later, but it's going to be a fake hook.
Okay.
It's not going to be a
Wow.
real hook. But this
Mhm.
file also queries the graph. He has some GraphQL queries,
Oh.
for example.
Oh. Okay. Okay.
So yeah, we'll
Um,
get into all of this
yeah.
with time. If you keep joining
this
me
is
every
cool.
week. For sure,
It's real cool.
you'll learn a lot.
It's real cool. Wow.
Someone's
Yeah, I see you have some queries there.
Mhm.
So like one thing I'm just wondering about is like, so with TypeScript you have the types, and with Reason do you have to import the types? How do you deal with the types?
Yeah, okay. I'll explain that while I go to some code. So Reason actually has a much better type system than TypeScript. I remember
So
seeing this
for example,
goals.
for the error we have right now, maybe it
Ah,
could
here
have
it is.
been.
Like most people don't realize this,
Yeah.
but where are we? Here we go. Like, in my opinion, this is a deal breaker. I'm going to make the screen a bit bigger. You might not see it.
I see it.
So a non-goal of TypeScript
Mhm.
is to be provably correct, which
Mhm.
is fine. And TypeScript's better than writing normal JavaScript in a lot of ways, but at the same time, it can't really compete with something like the type system of OCaml, which is
Mhm.
correct by
Robot.
design and sound from a mathematical perspective.
Mhm.
So yeah, you'll see. You actually don't have to write types on a lot of things.
Mhm.
Like these functions, yeah, results. I don't put a type, but it has a
Mhm.
type variant between data,
Wow.
error, loading, no data. But I don't put a
Oh,
type on it.
wow. You
You
didn't write
see?
any. You didn't have to write any or like,
No, no.
yeah. Okay.
Uh, it's a very elegant language. Of course, you can write
It's pretty
types,
clean
but
actually.
let's see. By I think either by or by input. I'll have to remember now. No, it's by. Okay, so we're gonna be editing this function. I don't expect you to immediately understand most of it. It's quite
Mhm.
a big function, um, but there will be a what's it? Actions, contract actions. So by um, here we go. Um, so I need to
Okay.
put this here. It's going to
Mhm.
break the code, but okay, yeah, just some explanation. Remember, I said the by function in
Mhm.
the contracts has 4 arguments now, whereas the old
Mhm.
version only had 3. So that's what I'm
Mhm.
doing here. And
You
this
said one.
calls to ethers.js, which is the library that I'm using to connect
Mhm.
to Ethereum.
Mhm.
Okay. I haven't started. So with Reason, you typically look at the compiler a lot. Rewatch. The compiler is amazing. It basically
Mhm.
tells you
Oh,
when you need to fix things. So
yeah.
immediately I
Yeah.
changed that, and it told me there's a problem in your code. You need to fix it. Which is why people use typed languages
Mhm.
over something like JavaScript.
So this is
Um,
compiling it takes this reason and compiles it to JavaScript, isn't it? What is it compile it to?
um, yeah, it compiles to JavaScript. I'll quickly show you. There we go. So this is contract actions. I'll show you the JavaScript. So you'll see they are different. What's it split right? Like use by. Like I would say they look very similar, right?
Mhm. Yeah, they do.
Animal
They do.
ID,
Oh, so
animal
oh wow.
ID, um,
Oh, this is
the
cool.
transaction state.
Mhm. Mhm.
So it's not the exact same, of course. They're different languages,
Mhm.
But if I have a problem in my reason that I can't explain, I can easily look at my JavaScript that it generates. And there's very good interop between the two.
Oh,
So yeah, let's see. I thought I fixed this deposit. There we go. Look, it's compiling.
wow,
Magic, right?
15 milliseconds. Okay. Yeah, that's really
I'm cheating a little bit because I've already I did this quite a few months ago when I was testing these contracts.
Yeah,
And I used a different version of the contracts for another hackathon. So that's why this code already is up to date.
I remember
let's
like something like use what you have to say, like use JavaScript or use promise, like always like in the contract.
Yes, no error. You see? Oh, okay. No, there is an error. Sorry. I know what the error is. Okay, so the code isn't erroring, but my ABI is out of date.
They
So
need to be updated.
yeah, you know what an ABI is, right?
Yeah. So you have some data about the contract addresses.
Yeah.
And
it's the application binary interface. Okay, so this is
you probably need to delete them, yeah?
Yeah, so this is old. What do I want? It's the Stewart that I need to change. This is the one that I upgraded. Let me just close these. Okay, deleted all of that. Sorry, not there. Now I go here to deployed builds and I find the correct ABI. Where is it? Stewart. Wildcard Stewart. Okay. I haven't added it there. So it's in the build. This is in the git ignore. I should copy this as a backup. Yeah, basically this does have some extra metadata about these contracts. For example, okay, not there. If I go here, networks, it has all of the contract addresses. So that's why I keep this in Git, because I don't want to lose these addresses, right?
Okay. So right now you haven't dealt with any GraphQL things, right? Like
yeah, probably. Well, definitely very soon. I need to do a lot of stuff with the GraphQL. But at the moment, for this stream, I don't want to go down that rabbit hole. I want to sort of try and keep it simple. So let's try again. Reload. Okay. Invalid. Huh. Okay, so I thought this was totally going to be fine, but I'm obviously wrong. So let's go here. Let's just copy this. Just checking my phone. Sometimes people send me messages.
All right. Okay.
Sometimes it's important, you know.
Sure. Okay. Okay. So you need these fields in your Steward? No.
Yeah. Okay. So it looks like even still. Yeah. Okay. Still a problem, right? This only has 3 arguments. I need 4. So this this is part of our
percentage. Is that the Harbinger percentage that you apply to
no.
the?
So currently we're not like we want wildcards to be sustainable. And unfortunately, being sustainable means making some money from the system.
Exactly. Oh, yeah.
Otherwise,
Yeah.
I won't be able to eat in a few years.
Yeah,
So yeah, the
actually,
idea is
I
that
found
wildcards
about it.
become
Yeah.
sustainable.
Okay. All right. So this is
So
actually, is it something like a smart contract operation that takes the percentage or?
yeah, so our model is that 100% of the Harburger tax
Yeah.
goes to um, the organization.
Mm-hmm.
But we want to take a percent of the trading fees because these wildcards get traded.
Mm-hmm. And
I don't
also,
know if that makes sense. If you don't
that makes
understand wildcards, it won't make sense.
no.
So
I know that also like the steward also applies his own percentage. Uh, right.
say that again, the Stuart. Oh,
Also has
yeah, that's a
yeah,
different percentage. So that's the
mhm,
percentage of the price. So
yeah.
okay, let me explain.
Mm-hmm.
Um, for Andy, the price is 0.3 ETH,
Mm-hmm.
and we are giving 20% of that to the organization. This is on testnet. The real one is a bit more expensive, but
Okay.
um, this is what goes to the organization. Actually, every second you can see the patronage. This number keeps going
Mm-hmm.
up every
Mm-hmm.
second, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're not taking any of this percentage. 100% of this monthly pledge goes to the organization, and we don't take
Mm-hmm.
any fees on that. But
Mm-hmm.
when someone buys Andy
Mm-hmm.
in the next
Ah,
version, we will
okay.
take a minimum of 5% of this trade. So
Okay.
5% of this is
I get it. Mm-hmm.
what's 6 divided by 4? Anyway, that number,
Okay. Yeah. Okay. One
1.2, I
point.
think.
Yeah. Yeah. But
1.25. We
mm-hmm.
take
1 point.
0.00125 ETH if someone
Okay.
buys Andy.
Mm-hmm.
But we
Okay.
also want it
Okay.
to
So
be
that's okay.
customizable.
Fine.
So,
Mhm. You only take the
sorry?
percentage. You only take the percentage when someone buys, but you don't take it on the pledge
Um, say that again. You only take the percentage
of the on the purchase
of the
of
sale,
Andy.
yes,
Yeah. So you do
but
not.
we don't take any of the
Yeah.
pledge.
Okay. Okay. That's what I was wondering.
So
And
if no one buys Andy, we don't make any money.
okay. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I got it. I got it. It's cool.
Cool, cool,
Um.
cool.
Yeah.
I'm
All right.
gonna check here. So this might get a little bit complicated. We'll see. I'm trying to
See.
remember these past units. Basically, um, this Ethers.js has their own big number syntax because
Mm-hmm.
obviously numbers in
Mm-hmm.
Ethereum can be really big. But what I'm going
Mm-hmm.
to try is just use a string.
Okay.
And I don't know if it'll work. So let's see. And the decimals for this percentage,
Mhm.
let's go here.
So you're kind of trying to interact with the solidity variable inside your reason.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So here we go. The wildcards percentage has to be uh, 5. This is 5%. So this
Okay.
is 100%. We've got a million points of precision. So
Mm.
the minimum percentage like difference is 1 millionth, and then
Mm.
obviously this is 5%. So I'm just gonna
Mm. Yo, Jason, what's this thing that tells you like the last time you edited that line? What package is that?
Uh, I think it's this. It's called GitLens.
Oh, okay, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Yeah.
I like it a lot.
Mm,
Okay, so this is going to be interesting. I don't know if it'll accept strings or if I
mhm.
have to convert it into a big
Big number.
uh, use this parse in units function. Yeah,
Mm,
we'll see. We'll see. Um, see, so when it's compiling, I'm
mhm,
happy.
mhm,
Um, you'll notice when I'm coding a lot in
mhm.
Reason,
Yeah.
I don't look at the UI a lot. I'm mostly in here coding, right?
Wow. Yeah, I had that like most companies which introduce resin into their production, they actually the more they develop the product, they added less line.
Ooh,
So they actually
look
reduce
at
number of
this.
code. Wow. Yeah,
Okay,
created
nice.
with
But
yeah.
it didn't pass yet. Just we
Yeah.
need to wait until it's finished,
Okay.
and then we'll be able to celebrate. As you can see, blockchain is
Yeah.
very slow.
Mhm.
Yay, confirmed. Just a moment. I was
Oh.
having a bug. It used to auto refresh. I need to fix this also.
Mhm.
Um, maybe it's only on testnet or something. I'm not too
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, I was
But I
wondering
do
about
have
that.
subscriptions to the graph.
I
So,
would
okay.
like I heard that like most people who introduce like resin into their production, they ended up removing lines, instead
Mm-hmm.
of like as the project went on, the only kind of updates they had to do is reduce the number of code, like lines of code.
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. They reduced the
So
number of lines of code after adding
yeah,
reason.
yeah,
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
mm, like
Um,
updates are more like just making the code more concise, like as the product goes on.
yeah, it's basically very easy to refactor the code. It's one of the main
Mm,
reasons I like it.
mhm.
Um, so I know what the problem is. Graph. Uh, okay, sorry, it's this link here. So basically, uh, I haven't updated the graph, and I'm pretty sure it crashed.
Yeah, I
Yep,
think like the last time
it
you did it
crashed.
was like last month. I think last month when you submitted it for Gitcoin.
Uh, what this graph?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah. Oh, 6 days ago.
yeah. Um, basically, this is running the code for the old version of the contract, and now that I've bought it, there's probably
Mhm,
some inconsistencies. So, um, yeah, I'll have to spend quite a bit of time looking through this to
mhm,
understand what went wrong. Yeah,
mhm,
last collected failed.
mm.
So
Can you like revert to like a month or like 1 week ago or something? 2 weeks?
let me just show you why it's failing.
Mhm.
Um, oop, let's go right to the top. There we go. It's deprecated. So the name has changed. So when they try and
Mhm,
get this value, the
mhm.
name has changed. So yeah, I'll have to do that later, and it's quite a rabbit hole. So I'm not going to do that in the stream. But
Right.
I'm pretty sure the buy worked. The contracts have a lot of tests. So I
Mhm.
think let's move on.
All right.
Um,
Cool. Like, how were you able to use that variable inside your reason? Like, even though it's a big number. Like,
which variable?
so, um,
Oh, the string.
yeah, the
Um,
string. Yeah.
I guess I'm
Wildcard
lucky.
percentage.
I think
Yeah.
I don't know. I wrote this code a while ago. So this pass units function. Look at the no. uh, let's go to the first. It's a function that's provided by Ethers.js.
Mm-hmm.
And it basically converts your number into the correct format for big numbers.
Mm-hmm.
But it seems like you don't need it. So
Yeah.
that's actually good to know. I can just put a string and it works.
Mm-hmm. Wow, it's actually cool.
Um, cool. So the next thing that we need to look at, this is going to be challenging because the graph in the back end is
Mm-hmm.
broken, like I just showed you.
How, yeah,
Um,
like most people think like say that the graph can be used on the front end, but like how are you using it on the back end? Are you
um,
using Postgres or something? PostgreSQL?
so actually, all of our blockchain data comes from the graph. Pigeon. So this is like our notification bot,
Oh, damn.
uh,
Good. Cool.
and this data that it tweets about comes from the backend.
Mhm.
So you'll see here we warned Conlan that his
Yeah.
deposit's going to expire,
Wow. Okay. Wow.
uh, and I hope he he adds more deposit. Otherwise, you'll lose his animals.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, this notification data comes from the graph.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, how did you set it up?
What
Like, is it a
what
PostgreSQL?
do you think? Do you think I should do more on the UI, or do you think I should fix the buy in the graph?
I would love
Maybe
to
it's
fix it.
interesting to
Yeah.
fix the graph.
Yeah, I think so too, actually.
Okay, let me fix the graph.
Maybe
Let me
it
be a
depends.
good programmer and commit my changes.
Yeah. So
Uh,
does it, where do you get the type warnings about this?
sorry, where do I get the what?
Type warnings, type errors. So,
Um, well, I've got this running here in the terminal. So
mm,
this was a type error,
yeah,
arity 5, but it expected arity 4.
all right.
So I put 5 arguments, even though it only
Mm,
had 4. Um, but you can also have type errors.
mm,
I don't know. Uh, let's turn this into an integer. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, there we go. Type
yeah,
error.
yeah, yeah.
This expression has type
Okay.
string, but
Mm-hmm,
uh, an expression was expected of type int.
mm-hmm.
And you notice here that I don't have to put int, like I don't have to say what
Yeah,
it is everywhere.
yeah, it's
So
pretty
yeah, it's one
great.
of
Great, great,
the things
great.
I like.
Mm-hmm.
Where did I change this? Okay, so I'm gonna just sorry,
I
git
thought you used Git
check
Kraken.
out. I did, but I don't use it anymore actually.
Uh-huh.
I find so I used to use Git Kraken for like viewing changes, but look at this.
Mm-hmm.
This is great, right?
Yeah,
Like, why do you
yeah,
need Git Kraken anymore if you've got
exactly. Yeah,
this?
right.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
I don't really. Okay, I have to remember that I've got that. I'll catch it in the pull request. It's fine. Yeah, and then the new ABI. So okay.
So are we
Um,
actually on the front end branch or we just like on which branch is it? Because like originally I think you were looking at front end and then now you are doing you're gonna fix like even GraphQL stuff.
yeah, so that's in a different repository. I'm just making
Okay.
a commit so that we don't lose this.
All right.
Um, um, Okay. Might as well push. I used to have completion for my get, and I think after my upgrade, one of my settings is not correct, so it's not working.
But you're using
anyway.
You're using the Windows tab system of Linux?
No, this is Pop OS.
Oh, I literally thought you were on
Windows. No.
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm not. This is what I'm on. Anyway, let's continue. So,
okay.
Whoops.
Okay.
I think, yeah, there we go. Just want to check this is installed. Like I mentioned, this is a brand new system. I reinstalled from fresh, like basically on Sunday evening, like just before the week. So I haven't had time to configure everything. So okay, here we go. Let's firstly find out where that error is. Time last collected. Right.
Time collected.
Well, let's copy this whole thing.
Without the try.
Yeah. Well. Huh. I thought I was doing a try, but okay, let's see. Okay, this won't be self-contained in the stream, unfortunately. I think this is going to take longer than the length of the stream to fix. But what I did is when I upgraded the contracts, where's the upgrade function? I emit an event. Here we go. Upgrade to V3. So I need to copy this event. Yeah, let's copy that. Let's just search in here. Okay, so I'm going to copy this event. And put this in the ABI here. So now we need to know which version of the contract I'm on, right? And that's a new thing. In all other previous versions, I didn't have to do this, but for this change, there's quite a few breaking changes. So it's really important that I know what version. Okay, so ABIs, it's in the Stewart.
Is it the old one that you didn't?
Sorry?
Is this the old Stewart JSON? The one, I mean, on the other branch, you need to replace it.
Yeah. So because this contract's upgradable, I'm not going to totally delete this ABI. I'm going to keep adding to it. So you'll notice if I go here, the first version of the contract, this was the name of the event, log by, log price change. In the, sorry, not in the first version, in version 0, those were the names. In version 1, I changed it to buy. Log by, then I changed it to buy, you see. And price change used to be called log price change. But because it's upgradable and the address stays the same, the graph scans through the whole blockchain to get the data.
So,
and you'll notice
it gets specific fields about it.
I think you're breaking up a little bit.
Oh, can you hear me?
Sure. Do you have your video on? I think turn
Yeah.
your video off.
Oh, okay.
I'm
That's
also
good.
turning my video off.
Okay.
Do you see it? It's at the bottom. Yeah, there we go. Jonas, you turned off your sound also. I think you've pressed mute. Okay. I hope you can come back. But I'll continue explaining anyway. So over time, this I can't delete these events because I need them for the previous versions. And as I say, the graph has to scan all the way, all the changes. So yeah, that's important. So what I was gonna do is add upgrade to v3. Whoops. Okay. And now we want, yeah, you see, so now this is a version 3 event.
You hear me?
There we go. You're back. So I have to add
yeah.
you to the
Okay.
stream manually. Okay.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So I was just like wondering if the graph is getting only everything because you actually also asked it to scrape everything like as a request.
Yeah, basically.
Mm-hmm.
You'll see. Just it'll make sense in like 2 minutes. I just need to do 1 or 2 things. Let's fix this indentation. Oh, and that's annoying. I'm fixing the mainnet one, not the girly. So this is the mainnet graph. This is the testnet graph. So let me just copy this across.
So, but finally, actually, you're using version 3 for the ABIs and the contracts, isn't it?
Yeah. So I have to keep all of the versions. So the ABI
Why?
includes the old functions also because this is how the graph works. I'll show, like I'm saying, you'll understand. You'll understand in the moment.
All right.
This contract address never changes, right? But it upgrades, so the functions change and have different names at different times. But the graph has to scan from the beginning all the way to the end. So you have to have the ABI have these old functions. This is deprecated long ago. I now just have by. But I have to keep this here. If I delete it, it'll have issues, right?
Okay.
So yeah, that's
I see.
that's the main reason.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
By the way, this is fine to see, right? It's big enough.
Yeah, it is. So like all these functions, all these like log by and everything, they are in the smart contract or in the which one? In the are they in this TypeScript or in the contract?
Yeah, I've got this here.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean they're in the contract, of course. So the graph communicates with the contract. That's how it gets the data.
Okay.
So the graph uses the logic that you provide in your handlers, to get the data from the graph, so that your application can use that data easily.
Okay, it's kind of like scraping the data.
Yeah, exactly. So let's go here.
Everything is a comment.
Yeah, I started working on this many weeks ago and didn't manage to finish. So
All right.
that's why it's a comment. So we want handle upgrade to V3, I think it was. And that's wrong. It needs to be this.
Upgrade to V3.
Let's do the import. Okay, wait. So how the graph works is it generates a whole bunch of code for you here. And I haven't ran CodeGen, so I have to run yarn CodeGen, and it'll generate a whole bunch of types. Oops. Okay, there's an error. Okay, of course, this is wrong. This is, you see, so this is meant to not take any arguments, but I've given it 3.
It's meant to take
fix that.
up to 13 event handlers.
Sorry?
It says it's meant to take up to 13 event handlers. Or at least.
Yeah. So now that we've fixed that, that should be fine, right? Run CodeGen again. Hopefully it won't give an error. Perfect. Now
also
if I go
generate
back
APIs.
here, and I go up, there we go. Boom, here it is.
Okay.
And I need to go here. Cool. So now over here, I have to say handle. Oh, what? I'm on the wrong
function. Is it?
Okay. Ignore what I'm doing now. I thought that said upgrade, but it doesn't. So now we need to add that. Okay. That must go. So now we importing V3. So that's this code. And we are going to say v3.handle upgrade to version 3. And this needs to take the event. Right. So like I was saying, this function does not exist on version 0. And this function this will never get called on version 3. This is deprecated, but I can't delete this code. If I delete this code, my graph will be incorrect because it won't get the historical data from my contract. So yeah, that's the question you were asking, and it was kind of difficult to explain it. So now, next thing in our schema, I'm gonna, let's put it in global. Okay, so just Give me a moment. There must be something to make this. GraphQL.
GraphQL schema. Yeah, I think that will work. It's for general GraphQL also.
Yeah, okay. Because
So
this looks ugly. I want it to look nicer. Okay, so there we go.
okay, that's good.
This is a good question. What do we want to put here? I think let's use an int. Oh no, it's using assembly script. I think you can do enums,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know. Yeah, let me just go to the graph docs.
Okay. I think you can, why don't you do something like 0.1 or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, by the way, this looks really cool. Like this graph thing, like it's really amazing. Like,
Yeah.
mhm,
So, I mean, what it allows is you to query all the data you want in
mhm.
one query. Whereas if you used
And
Infura or something, it would be many
yeah,
steps.
and it allows you to do that on
Uh,
the front end and back end.
yeah. So over here, okay, forget it. There
Okay.
probably is something, but I'm gonna live stream, so I'm not gonna try and do that. I'm just gonna use a big
Okay.
int.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Okay. Yeah. I think you
It's
used it
not
before
optimal.
that. Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna search um, new global. Here we go. So this is where I create the
Version.
globals object and uh, dot version. Cool. You notice here it's got an error.
Mhm.
This will fix the
It's a
error.
type error, I guess. Mhm.
Uh, should fix the error, but I didn't save this. Okay, let's try again. Boom. Okay.
Okay.
Now version should be defined. And I will say big int dot from I32. So the reason this isn't normal TypeScript, this is
Mhm.
actually something called assembly script, and
Mm.
it compiles down to web assembly,
Okay.
WASM.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I did notice that in the GraphQL error, like it was saying WASM. Um.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So I'm gonna make a note here
Mhm.
and say note. This will say version 0 for version 0 to 2.
Mhm.
After v3, it will be it will always be correct.
Alright.
So does that make sense? So we're setting it to 0, and only at
Mhm.
version 3 are we going to change
Mhm.
it, to
Yeah.
version 3.
Okay.
So where are we? Stuart. Okay. We need to, yeah, let's just copy this. Oh, sorry. I really need to fix my shortcuts.
Mhm.
um, we're going to put that in here. And, okay, well, we know this won't be null. So what I'll actually do is, if it's null, I will do log dot critical. Let's get the logs. So now, I mean, this log.critical actually crashes the graph, and crashing the graph is actually a good thing. It's like a safety mechanism.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
We
Okay.
are working on some more tests for the graph at some point, but
Uh-huh.
it's a lot of work, and
Yeah, I can imagine. Like,
a lot of
yeah,
almost all the other graph. In fact, every other graph I've seen doesn't have tests, which is quite
yeah.
sad, and
That's kind of
it's the state of Ethereum at the moment.
yeah. Well, I think Ethereum also has their own GraphQL endpoint.
Yeah, people have tried experimenting with it, but I don't think anything has really picked up.
Yeah.
So I would say no, not really.
Mm.
Okay, so we are grabbing this, and all we're doing is upgrading it to version 3.
Where do you define the situation where it's 0? Like, don't you need to have a like for version 1, 2, 1 and 0, 1 and 2, it should be
Yeah,
0.
I'm not, yeah, it's going to be 0 for version 1 and 2. The thing
Are
is,
you
now in the
defining
code,
that?
we need this because I've done some
Mm-hmm.
breaking changes,
Mm-hmm.
and we need to make sure that if it's version 3, we don't run the code that's broken.
Yeah.
Like,
You just you
we
basically
use,
kill. Yeah.
you see here,
Mm-hmm.
this value, time last collected, it doesn't
Mm-hmm.
exist on our new contracts. So that's
Yeah.
why it's failing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So big int is undefined. We need to,
Import
I
some
think,
library.
yeah,
No.
yeah, we do, but I need to remember. Here we go.
Oh, okay. Oh, GraphQL has that big int variable.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh man. There we go.
Can't you put that in
Wait,
with
this is the
log
wrong
together?
place. Can't I do what?
Oh, I thought you could just put it inside that with log in like.
Yeah, I can. You're right.
Yeah, this is really impressive though. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, you like the graph?
Yeah,
It's a cool.
unbelievable. Yeah,
It's quite frustrating also at times, but it's very
yeah,
cool.
yeah. I
I'm
mean,
actually gonna try time travel queries later. I've never ever done it, and it's been a feature for a long time. But yeah, I'll show you.
wow,
We'll learn together.
that sounds insane. Yeah. All right.
Okay, so
So yeah,
let's
it
run
seems
this.
like they're also typed.
So yeah,
Yeah, I was saying like deploy to Gradle.
okay, let's see. Oh, oof. Okay, I'm gonna quickly turn off my screen share
Oh,
because
okay.
I'm gonna be copying a code, and I don't want it's yeah.
Okay. Sure.
So
Yeah.
I need to have permission to publish to.
Oh, okay. No problem. Yeah.
Sorry, just a moment. I'm logging into the graph.
Mhm.
Um,
It seems like those variables we are using from the graph, they're actually typed.
yeah.
So you don't have like big int and log, they are typed. They're TypeScript.
Yeah, like I was saying, this is not TypeScript. This is assembly script.
Mm.
It is different to TypeScript.
All right.
It looks very, very similar, but
Mm.
it's also got differences. They're not the same.
Yeah, and I realized those errors we got from the graph, they're actually assembly errors.
Yeah.
Like
Or yeah, I don't know
messing.
what. Yeah, yeah. Actually, you can. Okay, I'll show you in a moment. It actually says wasm.
Yeah, I saw it. I was like, what's that in the beginning, you know?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wildcards. Graph. Sorry, I've forgotten the command. Quick start. How do I do auth? Okay.
You log in with GitHub.
Yeah, you log in with GitHub, and then it gives you a code for um, where is it? Hosted service. They should say how to graph auth. Um, um, Come on, they don't have it in their docs.
Hmm.
They say you
Yeah, I
have to
thought like,
run this
mhm.
graph init, and it'll tell you the command. Okay. I'm gonna have to look in my old bash ZSH history
Wow.
from the old hard drive for my
Come
like
on. I
backup.
think you come on. I think we don't have that.
No, no,
Like
I do. I Yeah. Okay, let's go.
um they don't have a CLI for this, everything.
Um, no, they do have a CLI, but I'm trying to use the CLI. I just forgot. Oh, let me check in Discord. Someone
Oh.
graph. Man, new computers. They lose all your history.
Uh, um, hmm. All right. Sorry.
Okay, I found it. Graph auth https :// API dot the graph dot com deploy.
So you don't have
Oops,
some.
what's this? Cannot find module Kita. On Linux, try installing libsecret dev. Okay. Sudo apt install.
Yeah, lib secret devil. Yeah. On Debian, lib secret one dev.
Yeah, that's the one. Oh,
On
you
Ubuntu.
you can. I'm not sharing my screen, right?
Yeah, no, no,
How
no.
do you
I'm
know
just
this?
reading the same thing. No, I'm not seeing the screen. I just searched. I went to the GraphQL GitHub and tried to find from the CLI, and I find like they say this. Yeah.
Oh,
So
another
yeah.
error. Kita. I just installed this. What?
Uh, are you are trying from
Sudo
CLI, right?
apt install. Yeah. Cannot find module Keter.
Keter. What's that? Keter. Oh, it seems like someone made an issue for that, like had the same error.
Yeah,
And
thanks.
yeah, you have to. I'm not sure how to share the link with you.
There's a chat in StreamYard.
Oh. Oh yeah. So it seems like
Okay.
someone had the same issue with this, but it's still open. It's an open issue.
Oof. Please,
It seems
no.
it's
Error.
it seems you can use deploy though.
You have to do access token.
Mhm.
Okay.
Why is this Paul RG R bag guy everywhere? You know.
He's he likes hanging out on the internet, I guess. No graph provided.
Okay. I guess this might help, like graph deploy and access token.
Oh man. Okay, if this is how
It's not nice, yeah.
I can actually refresh the access token later, so I'm just gonna share.
Okay. All right. That's okay.
Or
I
I'm
mean,
gonna
I
I don't have any
mean,
important graphs here, so it's fine.
yeah, I mean, they're already open source, isn't it?
No, but I don't want someone to deploy some other graph to my graph.
Oh, yeah.
It'll ruin the front end. Anyway, is my screen sharing? No.
Not yet. No.
Share screen. Allow entire screen. Okay.
Okay. Loading.
So it wants these options: graph, auth, help. Let's see.
I think for using it, you cannot for the access token, you need to use it with deploy instead of auth.
Oh, I understand. So I grab this. Okay, let's paste that here. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Okay, so we've got the deploy, and now I just want to use my personal account. Yeah, so now I don't mind if people hack me. Good luck. No, I'm kidding. So I'm using this code, and I want to deploy to this graph, Wildcards grid.
Yeah.
It's kind of sad that I have to do this, but I guess it's not the biggest problem. It's a good time to stretch. Ooh.
Yeah, this
I think
was
I
kind of
of,
intense.
I often forget to stretch or take breaks when I'm working at my
Yeah.
computer for a long time. And
Have you
it's
ever tried that standing keyboard thing?
or take breaks.
Yeah. Okay. I think I missed you there. Can you hear me?
Oh, is the
It's back. It's back now. Everything is back.
I think a lot of people I'm going to upgrade my internet. I think I mentioned before, but a lot of people are using the internet at the same time.
Oh, yeah, sure. So in the logs, do we have any issues? No.
I'll show you. So remember I was saying it has to scan? It's scanning all the way from
Wow.
all of these blocks. It's scanning, scanning, scanning.
They're on IPFS. Yeah, it's scanning those. Are they on IPFS or on the
No,
blockchain?
no, no, no. You like buzzwords, Jonas.
No,
The
I
only
mean,
the only thing they use IPFS for is to store the graph. So
yeah.
not to store the graph, to store the code. So they
Mhm.
compile the code and they put it on IPFS.
Okay.
And if you don't, so this hash or all of these
Mhm.
hashes um, are obviously unique. And if you change the data, the
Mhm.
hash changes, right? So
Mhm.
that's why they put
They
the
are the hash of those files, basically. So there's a
yeah,
file and
yeah,
its
yeah.
hash.
Yeah,
Yeah.
actually, you'll see. Look, I can deploy it one more time. I didn't change anything. So all the hashes will
They won't
be
change.
the same.
Oh, okay.
But you'll see at the end, it won't deploy it again.
Mhm.
Uh, it won't
So
go
what is
back
it
to
scanning?
zero. Sorry?
What is it scanning? What is it scanning
Uh,
here?
it's scanning Ethereum, the blockchain.
Oh, oh, okay.
You'll, so like, it's going through the history. Yeah, I don't know how a good way to show you this is, but
Mhm.
I mean, if I run this, oh, it doesn't even have data yet.
Wow.
When it gets here, maybe it'll have some data.
Mhm. So wow, this is so actually literally going into the blockchain and scanning it and fetching that data.
Yeah, so for example, over here, maybe it's version 0. That's
Hmm.
why I couldn't delete that code. Maybe
Yeah.
over here, it's version 1. Over
Hmm.
here, it's version 2. And then over
Wow.
here, I just upgraded recently. It's version 3.
Yeah. To be
What's
honest, like,
frustrating is you'll notice how long this takes. This is very slow.
yeah.
Um, I think I'm going to end the stream soon.
Okay.
It's really not nice for people to watch when a stream is like
Yeah.
2 hours or
So
something.
yeah. So basically, it seems like the front end error was fixed, right?
hmm
And also we got some
There's
taste of like the graph.
Yeah, there's still a lot of work needed on the front end. I was
Mm.
keen not to do graph work. The working on the graph is typically very like fiddly and there's an error and you don't know what the
Yeah.
error is. So it's
Mm.
not as enjoyable for live stream. Also, this
Mm.
takes like 10 minutes,
Yeah.
this syncing
Mm.
process, um,
Okay.
which is
I get it.
frustrating, of course.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
maybe while that's syncing, we can
Mhm.
start to work a little bit on the UI.
Mhm.
Um, so, like I said, the graph isn't ready, but we can mock it.
Mhm.
So mocking is putting fake values.
Yeah.
So let's go to the bottom of this code. So we need all of these values, right? So I will have let use auction start price. And over here, I will return, say, bn.new. Okay, it's going to be 1 ether as a default. 1 ether is made out of 10 to the 18 way. So that's why I'm putting all these zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18.
That's
Okay.
that's for gas price, yeah. For like usually use that for gas, like 1.
No, this is for 1 ether.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Auctions start, but so auctions are gonna start at 1 ether. Is that the case on Wildcards?
Yeah, it's going to start at 1 ETH and go down to, here we go. 1 ether is this big number of way.
How? So what's the minimum price you can put on your Wildcards?
You can put any price you want. There's no minimum.
So why do we have?
And if someone buys the animal from you,
yeah.
Sorry. Yeah. It starts at the price. So if it forecloses, so if someone owns it and it forecloses, sorry, yeah. So if so when it calculates the auction price, it looks for the starting price. If the current price of the token isn't 0, so if it has an owner, it's not 0. And if
it doesn't
the
reach the end,
current price is greater than the end price, so there's a minimum price for the auction.
So who sets this up? Do you have the price, that minimum?
Yeah, when I deploy the contract, I'll choose it, and I can change it.
Okay.
So, well, I don't know what the function's called anymore.
Oh, all right, no problem. Set price, I guess. Set auction price.
Yeah, set.
No.
Yeah, anyway, I've got a function that it's an admin only function. Admin only, and I changed the auction price. That's yeah, simple. Okay. Yeah, I was looking at this. I wonder. Wow, they haven't updated this for a long time. Anyway,
it's still
totally off topic. Okay, so probably by now this thing is done. Where was it? No, wow. Yeah, I told you it's super slow. It used to be faster. I think a lot of people are using the graph, so the load is more intense. It's like, yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, I think it could be fast, but I think the blockchain itself also makes it tricky.
What I was saying is it used to be fast. Not fast. It never was fast. It used to be faster. It's like half the speed now.
Yeah. So actually, like there is a service called Hasura, and basically does this similar thing that the graph does, but for like typical applications, not for blockchain. And
Yeah, I'm
basically
using
it's scalable.
Hasura.
Oh,
My
really?
backend, yeah, let's go to
Is it Wildcards?
non-blockchain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, let's go to this profile, this data,
Yeah.
the name, this data, the animals
Yeah.
that they have. This data comes
Mm-hmm.
from Hasura.
Wow. Wow, this is crazy, man. So you're using Hasura and the graph at the same time?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, I didn't imagine that actually.
Why not?
No, because they are my favorite stuff right now, and I'm just like shocked. uh, yeah.
Okay, so let's.
So yeah, I actually asked this question once on the about like the speed of querying on the GraphQL with Hasura. They have this thing called the query mapper.
Yeah. Let's grab that. Okay, that's not what I wanted. When I try and get fancy with shortcuts and it doesn't work. Okay. This needs to take a token ID type.
Yeah. So is the stream still going, man? Or you paused it?
Sorry?
The
stream isn't working?
I'm asking if it's still going or you paused it.
Oh. We're nearly 1.5 hours.
Wow.
As soon as this finishes syncing, I think we're going to end the stream. I don't want it to be too long.
Exactly.
But yeah, if you keep coming to these streams, you'll start to know the code base better. I mean, there's a lot of stuff. It's a big code base, but
yeah, this is a big one actually. Like just to see it in production, like it's cool, but yeah, you can tell that it's really a lot of stuff going on, like different versions of it. So that's also interesting.
Yeah. It's the real world, you know. As soon as you have customers and you need to make improvements, it becomes like this.
Yeah.
So when I was saying you don't need to put types in,
yeah, that's also a cool thing, actually.
You can put types. So this is putting a type. So sometimes, yeah, just for yourself even, it's nice to have types.
Yeah.
And it helps the compiler. It makes the compiler understand your code better. So what is this? Token ID. Okay, now I'm gonna have to get. Yeah, this is taking.
Can you try to query?
Yeah.
Can you?
Yeah. Now it should have some data.
Oh yeah. Okay. Oh.
And maybe if I query again, this
by
event count will be higher. Let's see. Yeah, you see it's going up.
Come on, man. Using this, it seems like the future, It seems like you are in the future somehow.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe I'm in the future.
You mentioned something about like time thing, like earlier on, like some of the cool stuff you wanted to do.
Oh yeah, time travel queries.
Yeah.
So I've never done it before, so I don't remember. I think you just put block at the front. What's this? Challenges. Oh, okay, yeah, never mind. That's fine. Time travel queries. Here we go. You say block and number.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool, right?
So
I can show you.
query the state. Oh, it gets the state of the blockchain at a certain point.
Yeah. So let me move. Oops. Okay, I can put it here.
You don't have to change the name of the event counter.
There you go.
So
now there's no event counters if I put. Oh, this number's too big. It's 2.1 million. Okay, let's make this 2 million. Yeah, this will work. And I can make it 2.5 million. Okay, we didn't reach. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, it's still 2.1. Yeah.
But yeah, it's cool. I'm not using this in the front end.
Wow. So like, yeah, I think looking at this, like, it's kind of crazy because when you go to the website, the Wildcards, and you just look, you wouldn't suspect that this is going on. You wouldn't suspect that you have all these like interesting technologies behind it.
Yeah. Yeah, we have to hide that from the user, otherwise they will never use our website.
So when you go, you just see everything working smooth, like, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
This is taking embarrassingly long. More than 20 minutes.
I think. I mean, if it's okay, I mean, we already seen like how it queries and everything, so it might be enough actually.
So very soon I need to fill in all of this. So this I'm hard coding now, but in the future I'll query the graph to get these values.
Oh, use start price, start end, start auction length. Okay.
Yeah. So thanks everyone for tuning in. I'm pretty sure this graph will finish syncing. Unfortunately, working on the graph isn't really suitable for live stream. It's, as you can see, extremely slow, and it tests your patience a lot, and you have to be very careful because if you make a mistake, it'll take 19 minutes and it'll fail, or 25 minutes and it'll fail. So, yeah. Other than that, there'll always be lots of work on the UI. So I think I'll mostly do UI work in the live streams because that's easier to see what's happening. Okay, cheers everyone. Have a good evening. Sorry for all the fumbling and the problem at the beginning of the stream, But I hope everyone enjoyed it, and catch you on Thursday.
Correct.